Okay, so here's what's happening, and this is one of the main reasons that women are suffering. The way you view men, the way you view relationships in the world, it is entirely wrong.
This video, I need you guys to watch this video to the end. Okay, hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here, and welcome to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy holiday, guys. Hope you guys are having an amazing holiday. I know the year is coming to an end, and a lot of us are trying to be the better version of ourselves. And you guys know how passionate I am talking to us women and just reminding us of for us to know our worth and our standard, and knowing to be very intentional about our life. So I saw this video of this sister that was talking about why women suffer and how women puts men on a pedestal, and how this has affected us and has kept a lot of us women suffering. And I feel like this conversation is a very important conversation as women to have, because it runs deep, that it's a society thing that has been embedded into us, and it's hard, like literally it's really hard to navigate this space, especially when all your life, even the women that raised you, the ones that raised them, were raised to center men and always put men first and live your life for men. And a lot of the time we don't get to experience ourselves as women. If you go ahead to ask our mothers, our aunties, our grandmothers, a lot of them, they live their life to fulfill the heart desire of having a family, which involves a man and a children, which she is like 95% the caregiver of both that man and those children, and which is really exhausting for women and take a toll on them. So the sister wanted to really like give it a different perspective to life and everything, and I find our own take very interesting. So I need you guys to see it, because I saw the video, I could not help it, I went ahead to do a reaction to it immediately. So pardon me wearing my robe and not looking organized, okay? But yeah, what the sister has to say, and let me know your own take about this down in the comment section, and let me know what are the things you are doing as a woman that is trying to center herself and decenter men. What are the things you're doing to achieve that? So let's go hear this sister talk, and then we'll come back and talk more.
Okay, so here's what's happening, and this is one of the main reasons that women are suffering. The way you view men, the way you view relationships in the world, it is entirely wrong. Now, my brain thinks visually and in analogy, so I just took off my glasses, right? As we are being raised by society, our parents, and culture, it tells us what is important, and it tells us how to view the world. It says you want male validation. It says you need and desire the love of a man. And when a man tells you who and what you are, you take that in and you say, okay, this is how I build my sense of self. Many of you are incredible, but because this planet is so messed up, you are partnering with men who do not deserve you, and you become so wounded by something that is less than you. I cannot accurately explain how truly tragic that is. Imagine being a divine light being, and you're born on a planet, and you are attracted to the opposite gender, but that gender is so dysfunctional. But everything in your culture and society normalizes it. And now you need this dysfunctional thing to love you. And that love is supposed to tell you something about yourself, but you can never really get it. And each man you meet wounds you. Do you understand how tragic that is? Now let's imagine one day you put on some glasses, and these glasses correct your vision, and they show you exactly what the hell everything is. So here is what we have been doing as women. We have been looking at everything wrong to the degree that we have been pedestalizing men and reducing ourselves. What would happen if you had an entirely new vision and a new way of looking at life, where you elevated yourself, you saw your own divinity and your own greatness, and now you're looking at men and you say to them, you have to prove something to me. If you are going to enjoy my body, if you are going to enjoy spending your life with me, you have to show me something. Because I know and love myself so well that I will not allow someone into my life who is not worthy, because I know what the cost of that is. And the cost of that is losing the idea of myself, The cost is insanity. And I'm using that word because a lot of us have been driven insane by men who should never have had the privilege of doing life with us. The cost is you don't even get to fulfill your purpose. Whatever you came here to do and be, well, you've gotten on board with what this man wanted, and now you're his wife and you're having his kids, and he's cheating on you, and you're exhausted because he doesn't even know how to share the mental load. Do you understand that as women, we need to correct our vision? We need to correct how we see the world, how we see men. But what's most important is we have to correct how we see ourselves, and we have to know that we are divine and we are worthy. And anybody who wants to do life with us, they have to prove that they are worthy of the privilege.
I also like me and the sister we could be friends, like if we're mates, because everything she's saying is so true. And this is why I keep bringing this type of content over and over again. And a lot of people will say, oh, it's or hating men type of content. I know, like, the truth is that I understand the power of having a relationship, having a solid relationship, but I also know the power of having a relationship that does not serve you or living your life unintentionally, especially coming for me that has started be very intentional with my life. Anyway, guys, go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this video, what she said down in the comment section. Okay, but please, as always, keep it respectful. Okay, here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a respectful way. So go ahead, share your thoughts. Okay, so here's my own take on this entire conversation. Like, you guys know, I support everything she said, but also I also want to add some nuances to it and some takes on it, and to encourage women out there. I understand, like, I can hold your hands and tell you that I understand exactly the fear. I understand the feeling of uncomfortability. I understand the uncertainty. I understand the strangeness. I understand it all, because I will tell you that I am one woman, that I am on a self journey, and I am living my life very intentionally, coming from someone that all I knew, whole life taught me, or what society had taught me in life, was that, oh, you go to school, you get a man, and the man marries you, you have children, and that is it. Without them, society encouraging me to do better for myself. But the only reward I can do for myself is to have a man, a good man in quote. And for that and I know for sure that that is the reality for most women, because if you ask a lot of girls, most times a lot of girls already have an image in their head. Little girls already have an image in their head how their wedding day is going to look. But if you ask a young boy does not even have an idea of what his wedding will look like. And this is because these things are being glamorized for us women, and I feel like that's to put us in a box where we can think for ourselves and we lose ourselves. And that was what has led a lot of women to lose themselves, a lot of women not to have purpose. And for the longest time, a lot of women, not all women, a lot of women, the biggest achievement they can ever get in life is marriage and children. But eventually we saw how our mothers, our grandmothers, our aunties were treated, being in marriages, having children, finding out that there's a lot of work. And this is why the conversation we're having and the information we're sharing among ourselves is really like mind-blowing, and it's making a lot of us women really stop and think for a minute. And I hope a lot more women will stop and think for it. Mind you, I'm not saying that having a partner, being married, is a bad thing, or having children is a bad thing, but do it for you, not because society expects you to. I am in a long-term relationship. I've been with my husband for 21 years now. We dated for 10 years, married now for 11 years. So I know, like, if you have a relationship that fulfills you, that helps you be a better version of yourself, good. Whether you like it or not, as humans, we're made to need each other. We're made to want each other. We're made to support each other. But when there is a disconnect is when you get into this relationship and you, as the woman, you're given that burden to pull through that relationship, for you to make that relationship work by all means, why these men go around and give the bare minimum and reap the biggest reward of them having everything being taken care and done for them, and yet you, the woman, you keep pouring into it, keep pouring into that relationship, into that marriage, into your children, into your family, and then you lose yourself, you lose your purpose. A lot of women don't have purpose, a lot of women don't have vision, and I would say a lot of women don't have never experienced happiness. And I'm saying it coming from someone that I would say, like, I would say yes. Before now, I would say, oh, I had some happy times in my life and all that. But I will tell you that when you start having your self journey, doing healing yourself, like doing the work, starting your healing journey, going to therapy, deconstructing a lot of ideology that has been sold to us, especially as women, that made a lot of us feel insecure. Like in my society and culture, if a woman says she doesn't want to get married, she doesn't want to have children, you're being looked a certain way. I've had people like say side words because I don't have kids. And even at that time, I actually thought I wanted kids. But now that I am fully and boldly with my full chest going child free, it still makes a lot of people in my family, in my society uncomfortable that I am talking about this. And I'm saying it as a 40 years old woman that I don't want kids. I love my life this way, the way it is. It's very uncomfortable and I know it. So I have been in that place where I thought I was happy, but I would say like in the past 4 to 5 years, 4 years, like since 2001, 2002, I've been in that place where I've been very intentional with my life. I'm living my life for my purpose. I'm living my life very intentional. And that's why some people look at me and like, oh, Destiny, are you sure you're married? Like, Destiny, like, what married woman does what you do? What married woman says what you say? Like, you have a long-term partner and yet you do what you do. Like, you're free. Some of my friends even call me married single woman. And that's because I am living my authentic self. I'm living my life for me and my husband know. Because a lot of the time, a lot of women are being conformed to who they are. But I refuse to be that. And since I started that journey and being very self-aware, deconstructing a lot of things, I have realized how happy I am internally, like that peace and happiness that comes from within. I have experienced it, and I can say that those times I thought I was happy, yes, there was some type of joy there, but that inner peace and inner joy that comes from you knowing that you're living your authentic self, you're true to yourself, and you're doing the things you love when you want it, how you want it, without no restriction, and you don't care about the judgment out there in society. Like, it's chef kiss, because a lot of the time women are shamed for wanting life on themselves. Women are shamed for wanting a purpose. Women are shamed for going out of the society norm to live their life. So, and that has made a lot of women to be in the box because they care so much how society will perceive them. They care so much how society will treat them. They care so much about what people will say that they are not authentic to themselves. And I'm saying this as a woman that is surrounded about a lot of women that care so much about society construct and how society think about them, even the way they dress, the way they speak, things they talk about. They are not free to be themselves. There are some things that they will say quietly inside, but outside they cannot say it out because society will judge them, family members will judge them, even their husbands will judge them. But I'm so blessed that I am in that place where even my husband knows exactly where I stand in life and what I want to do with my life. And he knows that I am with him because I want to be with him, not because I have to be with him. And that's something that a lot of women are in. They are in marriage relationship because they need to be in it. They have to. They don't have a choice, they have to. But that's not my own case. I am here because I want to. It's a choice. And a lot of women think that it's their choice. It's not their choice. And that's why a lot of women settle for men that don't serve them. And by the time you start seeing things in a different way, like this sister said, it's just really like a light bulb, a think bulb, and it can. I'm not even going to lie to you. It can be quite lonely. It can be quite isolating. But because you're in that healing journey, you've healed the therapy. You're gone to therapy. You start finding that place where you love yourself and you are okay with your own company, and that's something that I've been doing a lot this year. Being in a lot of solitude to myself by myself, and I've really loved it because that's something I've never experienced. Because society automatically don't allow us women to experience that place where we are alone to ourselves, to our thoughts, love ourselves, romance ourselves, be ourselves. Society don't allow us, because we go from being a daughter under our parents' house to having a relationship with a boyfriend that our life is being moved around and moved around, and then getting married, having children, and then there's never that time where you feel alone. And I can say that myself, because this year is the most time I have been by myself. Because some people will say, oh, but when I was in high school, or when I was in college, I was by myself, I had my own place. I was like, when I was in the university, I had my own place, I was by myself. But it's a different type when you, as the woman, you are working, you make your own money, and then you are now in your own solitude, your own self, your own inner. Is a different feeling, and that's something I wish a lot of women will. Do you need a relationship? Yes, like everybody do need a relationship, everybody do need a support, but a lot of women settle for relationship marriages that does not brings them that. The only thing that it brings them is the title of having a partner or having a husband. That's the only thing. And because of the shame of that comes with divorce or being remarried or and all that, they stay in it. And also because of the burden of having children, because once you have children, it's even harder to even put yourself first, because that is out of the door. You can't even put yourself first, because those children will always come first and all that. So I just want to talk to younger girls, even women that are going through it. I do appreciate women speaking up and educating the younger ones that have not involved themselves or signed any contract to always put themselves first. And those ones that are married and they've lost themselves, they are trying to find themselves, continue doing the work. Be honest with yourself, like be honest and be intentional with yourself. If you want to have kids, but ask yourself, why do you want to have kids, and have it for you. Same thing if you want to get married, ask yourself, why do you really want to get married? Is it because you're lonely? And ask yourself, why are you lonely? Why is your own company not good enough for you? Because most times when we're in a relationship, we push that desire of make me happy to the other person, like the spouse, to make me happy, because that's what the deluluness that has been given into us, that men are supposed to make us happy, our partners are supposed to make us happy. But in my own logic is that, how do you expect another person to make you happy when you have not made yourself happy? How can you expect somebody to pour on you when you've not poured on yourself? And why are you pouring on other people when you've not poured on yourself? And do you know what it is for you to pour on yourself? Imagine when you pour into your partner, how you expect your partner to be flourishing, to do well. Why can't you do that for yourself, to pour into yourself and wish that you do well? Rather, you wish let me do well with my partner, like, oh, if my partner does well, okay, then I'm good. That's true, but why don't you pour into yourself? I can go on with this conversation, but I really want you guys to go on and jump on in this conversation down in the comment section. I really want to know what you guys think, and I really pray that you guys put yourself first, be very intentional with your life, love yourself. And it's hard to say it, like I'm telling you, it's really hard. It's very hard, because you're going to go through a lot of roller coaster of emotions. You're going to be alone, but go on it, like it will benefit you even way more later on in the future. I love you guys. Your destiny, you're glowing. I know that the truth is that is one of the secret, is that I put myself first. I'm very intentional with my life, and I love myself, and I'm living my authentic self. I have nothing I'm hiding. I don't have anything I'm hiding, literally. I don't have any concealed feeling that I want to say out, but and I can't say out. I speak up wherever I want to. Like, I have my own voice, I have my own purpose, and I live my life like me, for me. Do you understand? And I don't care what people say. If you judge me, fine. Like, I don't care. Like, Anyway, guys, go on and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this video down in the comment section. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversations. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.